Hey, good Tuesday morning, everybody. Tuesday, August 2nd. Can you believe it? Wow, wow, wow. Time is flying. All right, so I want to read on the month of August. I'm going to do it a couple of different ways. I'm using the Rider Waite deck. I'm going to be using my little Skedibo deck. I've got my fountain deck that's worn out. But in case I need it, I got that. And then I got a few more laying around. So I want to read on just the general feeling. I've looked at some astrology forecasts for the month. My favorite is Annie or Telly. I don't know how to pronounce her name. I like listening to her. She was saying that it's going to be really rocky. It's going to be really rough. And I'm like, really? You don't know what you're talking about. So I'm going to do my own. We'll see who's right. And there's also a lot of doom and gloom out there. People talking about, oh, this is going to happen, earthquakes, hurricanes, fires. Well, we are getting into those seasons. And those seasons are all blending into the year. They can happen at any time. So it's just another reminder to be prepared in some way or another. I like to have a little box of food. You can get it out on Amazon. Disaster food for $14 or $15. And it'll last you 3 days. And it isn't that great to eat, at least I wouldn't imagine. But at least it's got little packets of water. It's got some, candy bars or power bars, whatever those things are. That'll be a great comfort in a disaster. After the Northridge earthquake that I lived through, oh my God, I can't believe how thirsty I was. It stresses y'all out. Notice I didn't say me because I was calm, but everybody else around me was stressed. So just be as prepared as you can be. Linda and Debbie both had Tom Moore on their shows. And if you go to his website, he's got a great preparedness list. It's really good. You can go to the Red Cross too. Be as prepared as you can be. It may not help, and it may help a whole bunch. So I by being in, well, I used to do, that search and rescue type stuff. And I would buy gear that I never, ever use. And I'm glad I did. It's just peace of mind. Anyway, I'm sorry. Rambling. Let's get going. August. What can we expect for the first week in August? And be careful of the timeline here, because 1 week blends into another. I mean, I can't believe we're in August already. So that blended in from July and June, so not hard and fast with any of this. Whoop. Whoop. That's kind of what I'm feeling. A little tied up, a little restricted. The good thing about this card is it's not the 10 of swords, where all these swords are stuck in our back. They're just like keeping us from moving forward. It's a little emotional too. See the water down there. So being restricted so much, just these bonds are not that tight, but it does prevent us from seeing the true picture. The second card is strength. So remember to walk in strength, even though we feel really restricted and that we can't move and that we're not seeing the big picture. Remember to walk in strength. Remember to have balance. And be gentle with this strength. Be gentle with ourselves. And stick your tongue out every now and again. Wag your tail. King of Wands. So we have a forward-looking king. It's looking at new growth on the staff. We have a lizard at his feet. This king looks like he's about ready to stand up. I've always thought that this king, even though it's reported that he's looking to the future, he's looking towards new growth, he always looks like he's looking a little backwards to me. So if he's looking backwards, let me drop this down so y'all can see what I'm saying. If he's looking backwards, come on now. Okay, sorry for that little jump. So even though he's looking forward at new growth with this, it feels to me, I always think looking forward would be to the right. That's me and my 3D thinking. So even though he's looking at new growth, he's also looking back at strength. And he's looking back at the restriction. So that's going to be kind of a different, he's using all of these for the future. Okay, does that make sense? All right, the next week, there's going to be some kind of balance, not balance, partnership. Is this when they get to pass all those bills? This isn't necessarily for the US. You can use this for any kind of situation that you're thinking you're in. See how that blends with you in this situation. We also have a celebration. I'm getting a strong pull that this is something to do with our democratic government. Yeah, look at that. Boom. 10 of Cups. Something really good is going to happen in the second week. And I'm getting a pull that I don't know why, but I got cinema with this card, that maybe she's going to come around and they're going to pass the what do they call it now? The debt reduction. Jeez. But anyway, something good is going to happen. The third week, we are upside down. We've got the Hanged Man taking a look at something, a little suspension upside down, looking at things from a different point of view. We have going back to a simpler time. This certainly does feel like a roller coaster reading. And then we have the Knight of Cups. Something new coming, something new being presented again, a calming influence. So far, what we have is this restriction, needing strength, finding balance, seeing a little bit of what could be, and having this strong king in charge. Then we have the celebration in the good the second week is all good, and then we're back to upside down. It's like, oh, can we go back to just something easier? Because this week is not easy, it looks like. Let's go back to a simpler time. I don't like being upside down and then something being offered. And the fourth week is Ace of Swords, new truth, new legal. Oh, Five of Pentacles, left out in the cold, loss, extreme loss. And we're getting hit over the head with the Fred Flintstone, Ace of Wands. So I keep getting drawn to strength and balance. This king also is talking to me when I'm looking at this reading. What cards are really drawing your eye? What are you really looking at? For me, I'm looking, when I look at this whole thing, I see this roller coaster, but I look at strength in the king. I look at, what do we want to create? The king just doesn't let things happen. He has a plan. So he has a survival plan. I'm sure he has little packets of water in his chariot. Sorry. Okay. So yeah, it's like, what do we want to have happen? Let's not just let things happen to us. Let's put out a positive intention of what we want to see grow on that. It will come to fruition, maybe not in week 2, but it will come to fruition. Week 3 has us upside down, wanting to go back to a simpler life. Things are just too cray-cray. And then we have some legal stuff coming up. To me, this is some legal truth that may not work well. We may not feel that good about it, but it's going to come up with some new news that is going to kind of be bam. Let's see if I can get some clarification on what is this Five of Pentacles? What is this extreme loss about? And with this Five of Pentacles, it's like the Four of Cups in a way. Somebody's making an offer, but you're not looking at it. You're crying over spilled milk. This is the same thing in a way. These people are out in the cold. They're freezing. But yet there's a church right behind them. They can go into the church. They can get warm. So it goes back to, what do you want? What is your choice? Do you want to be out in the cold? Or do you want to go into the church and be warm? What is this Five of Pentacles about? Let's just see if we can get clarification. What is this Five of Pentacles about? 3 cards. Well, it's about 10 of Cups. It's about, I think, wanting a celebration. Or is this celebration not good enough for some? Hanged Man. Tower moment. So it feels like with this, oh my God. It feels like whatever this celebration is kind of gets pulled out from underneath us and gets a tower moment to it. But with that tower moment, we get something new coming out of it. And it's not a legal thing. It's more of it's more of a power thing, not legal, more kind of people's power. People's power. Okay, so something in week 4 is not going to be so good. Let's take a look at this. Let's do this politically. Let's look at it politically. And I kind of felt like that was politically. So let's just do 6 cards for Biden's agenda. Let's do 6 cards. What is Biden's agenda? How is that faring? That flipped over. Of course, Biden's agenda. 7 of Cups. There's going to be people that are flipping this, that are changing this. I mean, it's just so amazing to me that veterans bill is, you know, they're trying to twist it. And I think it's just not good. Biden's agenda. Biden's agenda. And that 7 of Cups, illusion, delusion. Keep thinking of cinema. 7 of Cups. I'm sorry. Biden's agenda. Biden's agenda. Biden's agenda. Biden's agenda. Government. Hierophant. Hanged man. I was going to do 6, but these 3 just kind of popped out. So there's going to be some, dang it. The Hierophant is a higher order. The Tower is quick change, a little destructive. 4 change, it's going to be fast, and suspension. Let's do 6 cards again. Six cards. Biden's agenda. Because it was interesting. Everybody says that it's, let me keep this up. Everybody was saying, oh yeah, you know, it's passed. Joe Manchin's on board. But nobody's thinking of cinema. And I'm going, am I missing something? Should I look into it? I get tired of looking into politics, I gotta tell you. Six cards for Joe Biden's agenda this month. Well, you can't get any clearer than Joe Biden, the King of Cups. First card. It's being challenged by the battles. Oh, you changed this bill. You changed that. You changed that. No. But the verbal sparring on this. At the base is the hard work that the Democrats seem to be putting into this, and the hard work that the Republicans seem to be fighting this. They're like digging in the past, as it relates, is the World card, is the completion. Let me drop it down. It's the completion card, the World card. The world's certainly looking at how we're dealing with this. That climate bill is huge for the world. At the top of the reading, Page of Cups. So this is some new information coming out of a fish's head. Oh, sorry. Wasn't looking where the card was. And always, always trust a fish. That's just me, though. So the Page of Cups, new information coming from an unexpected source. Four of Swords, retreat. It's not a moving forward card. It's a sickness card. It's a caution card. It's a timeout card. So I think the agenda is going to stall somewhere. I'm sorry. I wish I had better cards. I mean, these are great cards, but it feels like they're going to keep working on it, but there's going to be a timeout. It's not going to get done like he wants it to be, or it's going to be scaled back. Let's see if we can clarify. What is this? What is this Four of Swords? What is this Four of Swords? Starting something new with the Fool. Starting something new, a new journey. You have the Knight of Swords. It goes back to this Five of Wands. There's going to be some new truth, harsh truth coming out. People are going to be falling by the wayside. And we have some trickery, some moon energy. We're not seeing things clearly. And as I pulled this, I did get a strong keep going with this. So I am going to keep going with this. Joe Biden's agenda. Is it going to, how's it going this week internally? Again, looking at new growth with this Page of Wands. Something new is going to happen. It's going to change. Externally, the Lovers. This is the external influences. Hopes and fears. The Chariot. Moving away from the bill or the agenda. And the final outcome, the Three of Wands. This is the planning. This is a pause. This is review. Looking overseas, looking at your ships as they either come in or go out. And then we have the moon energy again. So clearly, we got some things that are coming up out of the water, that shouldn't be coming out of the water. I mean, that langosta, that should be in the water. So there's going to be something that comes up, and it's all about this battle that's going to not derail so much as change a little bit. The hopes and fears are that we're going to be able to move forward, but there's still some more planning. So as much as people were celebrating that, it didn't seem like it's going to go through with these cards. So let's see. Let's just look at the Republican side. See how that is going. Look at the Republican side. because it feels like this is good for everybody. I'm getting I'm hearing just pull 3. You'll get your answer. Okay. King of Wands. Again, remember when I said that the King of Wands is always, I don't think he's looking forward, he's looking backwards. And I think that that is the Republicans. Page of Wands. Now this guy's looking forwards with some new starts, new shoots. I think the name of the card says it all. Are they starting on a new journey, or are they just being foolish? I agree. And they're getting beat up. They are getting beat up. The 9 of Wands. Some of them are going to jail too. So even though they say, oh yeah, we are looking towards the future, they're not. They're looking in the past. The king is looking to the past. Let's keep the old ways. Let's disrupt. There's no disruption card here, like the 5 of Wands that was already in the last reading. They're going to try to present something, a little bud, but it's foolish. And they're going to get beat up over it. Okay, let's look at clear that energy. Clear the Republican energy. I'm going to even switch cards for this. Let's look 6 cards at Australia. My Australian friends. 6 cards. Australia for the month of August. And the way I want to phrase the question is, thank you. My tripod's stiff. How, that sounded really funny, didn't it? Not funny, haha, but like, your tripod stiff? Yikes. It's Tuesday. What do you expect? And it's early. I'm doing this really early. Okay. I'm going to deal with the energy of August for my Australian friends. 6 cards. Yikes. They feeling fires out there? Heat. Oof, I think they are. This is 3 of Wands, but I just see that fire. So they're gonna be working on it. They got rid of that one guy, Scott Morrissey, the climate denier. So coming up with some new plans. At the base of the reading, writing in as a winner, 6 of Wands. In the past, 9 of Cups, the wish card. But it's the past as it relates to this. So they're getting some influences from that. There's going to be some work that is coming through with the 3 of Pentacles. Whenever I pull the 3 of Pentacles, I'm going to drop it down. Whenever I pull the 3 of Pentacles, I always think of the dark money issue, but here there is no in this deck, there is no dark money. It's just working, making sure you're, what you're building on is correct. So he's got one pentacle completely built, and then he's working on the other. And then there's the third one that is a lot, he needs a lot more detail to it. So they've got their work cut out for them, but they're in the middle of it. And then 6th card, Queen of Cups, calming energy. And there's something in the cup that hasn't been revealed. So for my friends in Australia who are still sleeping as I do this, focus on this calming energy, the Queen of Cups. Focus on letting go of some things that maybe you don't need to hang on to. Write in, remember, you guys are great. Write in as that winner. You're getting your wish. You have your wish in that you need to draw on for these hard times. And just, you're building something new. But it looks like a lot of dead pentacles. But you're tending to your garden. You've got a plan. You're working things out. This isn't bad. It's just not like amazingly lovey-dovey, but you got your wish card, you got the 9 of Pentacles, and you got your Queen of Cups. Cool. I might have read too negative into that, because that's actually not a bad reading. 7 of Pentacles, my intuition just took it to a different place. And I'm sure I'll hear what you guys have to say about that. All right, let's look into, because every time I turn around, Mr. Pumpkinhead is in the news. I'm not going to pull my Pumpkinhead deck out. But, oh my God, did he really put his ex-wife on the first tee of his country club? What? He's going to tee off for what? Like, I'm like, if he ever goes to trial, he's going to be able to pull that insanity defense out at any time. I mean, it's just crazy. Crazy, I tell you. Crazy. All right. So I heard it was for taxes. Let's pull 3 cards on that. Is Trump using his, I think it was his Jersey golf club, as a cemetery for tax write-off? How sick is that? He hopes he can. He's going, hey, that's a good idea. Let me do it. Let me do it. Should I? Really? Should I do it? 3 to 1. So planning. Oh, will that work? He's hoarding his money. Okay. I say yes. I say that's what he was doing. I didn't, and you guys may know, maybe it came out already, but He's worried about money. All right, let's look at, let's dig into the pumpkin patch. Pretty soon it's going to be Halloween. What is going on with the pumpkin patch? And I'm just going to read all of them, lump them all together, see what I get. August for the pumpkin patch. Some of you who are new, who don't know what the pumpkin patch is, well, go back and look at all my old videos and you'll find out. So the pumpkin patch is the Orange Crush. 45. Mr. Pumpkinhead. What's going on with all right, I said I got them scared, but couldn't hear me when I whisper, when I don't say it really loud. Okay, so this is Knave of Cups, Knight of Chalices. This is a wild ride coming up for him. News coming out of unexpected sources. Yeah, you needed me to tell you that more news is coming out. It's being covered, challenged, crossed by the King of Cups, Joe Biden. Ooh, I just had a bad thought. Anyway, we'll get into that bad thought later. At the top of the bottom of the reading is planning, scheming. I know I'm a little biased. It doesn't mean scheming so much, but if you're talking about the pumpkin patch, it's scheming. They're always scheming. Where should we bury our mom? Yeah, let's put her in the golf course and we can get a tax write-off. Sounded like Marge from The Simpsons in my head. All right. Knave of Chalices. Again, this is behind him. Again, this is more news coming out of unexpected sources. From a calming influence. Top of the reading. This is going to hurt. Boom. Boom. Ow. Someone's going to get knocked on the noggin, I think. Oh, and who would that be? The Emperor. Let me drop this down. Y'all can see what I see. There you go. The Emperor. He still thinks he is. He's not. Again, he's looking to the past. Joe Biden is looking at him. It's a little standoff, isn't it? Hee. All right. Internal influences. This is the pumpkin patch, people. Everybody that's involved, they are worried. They are not sleeping well. 9 of Swords. Internal influences, external influences. Is Ivanka pregnant? No, I don't know. So you have the Empress. And she's pregnant. She's going to be giving birth. This is abundance. This is lots of good things coming out. Nature. External influences. So to me, this feels like more legal issues, but something else is coming externally out for the pumpkin patch. So is it good or is it bad? We can pull on that. Normally, it's not a bad card unless it's Russia, then it's a bad card. And not that Russia is bad, but their influence in our politics was bad and their money is bad. Hopes and fears for the pumpkin patch is complete loss of money. Hopes and fears. They're trying to get money, hence the cemetery on Golf T1. Is he? Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Is he going to start hawking like spaces on his golf course to be buried in? You too can be buried on the 19th hole. Send your donations in today. Really? Is that where he's going with this? Trump Cemetery, where all the good people rest. Sorry. Whoa. It's too early. I need coffee. Oh my God. Okay, let's drop this down again. Sorry. Oh boy. They're worried about their money. Final outcome. Two of Pentacles. They are juggling a lot. They're trying to rebrand. They are just in a sea of emotion. There's no land here. They're okay. I normally don't read this card that way, but they are biting their own tails. So they're fighting amongst themselves as they try to juggle how to manage finances and things like that. To me, this card, it's like a rebirth, a reconfiguration. But I'm getting something totally different with that in the burden. The base of the deck. Six of Cups going back to a simpler time. They get justice. They get the Ten of Swords. In this deck, it's not in their back. They're just needing to walk away. And there's a lot of delusion that they're spinning. A lot of delusion. All right. So I think I'm going to leave it there on that happy note before I go off into uncharted squirrel territories with advertisements for Trump Cemetery again. All right. Let's pull. I thought I had other decks, but I don't. So we'll use this beautiful deck. Let's pull a card to clear the energy of what I just said. All right. So, month of August. Let's just reflect on this card when we get stuck, when we get like, ooh. I should have done an ET pull. Here we go. Oops, I got two. Angels and guides, don't forget them. You know, we get so sucked up into the news all the time. We're looking at it, we're going, oh yeah. Get out of the 3D realm, go into the 5D realm. Think of your angels and guides. And remember, patience and planning. I got that 3 of Wands card a lot today. That's planning. Patience keep your intentions. What do you want to see happen? Not what does somebody else see things happening to me. Does that make sense? I mean, when we go get readings, we go, can you tell me my, my future? Can you tell me what's going to happen in the next month, next 2 months? Well, what do you want to see happen? Get really clear in your mind. Is this the world you want to live in? Or do you want to live in a more compassionate world? Put that out there. I want to live in a more compassionate world. Have patience, keep the planning, talk to your angels and your guides. Thank you guys for watching. I may be taking a couple days off just to recharge because I got like a really busy 2 weeks coming up. So I'll tell you about that later. Thank you all for watching. Peace and love.